Good morning. Beautiful day for a ruck. Got 26 pounds on my back and out for a walk. It's a simple exercise. So far, seems like a good cross training for running. My legs feel stronger. A little bit of rain this morning. Nice and cool weather. Doesn't get better, this does it? So 4 years ago is when I started running. So it's actually a story that goes back a year before that, when I was 308 pounds and 44 years old. I'm now 49. Local track clubs up there running 800s. Yeah, so at 44 and 308 pounds, I found myself having a rough time getting upstairs. Out of breath. You know, part of that was having a kid in 2014. Taking care of an infant and a toddler is not really something that's good for your health. Lots of interrupted sleep, not much time for self-cultivation, health. I had, up until 2011, I had bicycled for health, maybe 2012, but definitely when I was living in Pittsburgh, and I continued that for at least a year into doing my doctorate. But yeah, so by the time I was 5 years ago, when 44, I was in worse shape of my life. And so I started doing yoga and karate and started to get control over my body again. But however, I also was getting injured. I still have this bump on my chest from a chest injury from karate. So realizing that in my 40s I needed a different exercise routine. And then COVID hit and I couldn't do yoga anymore and karate. Well, I could, but yoga on YouTube, for instance, maybe 15-minute programs can hold my interest, but definitely not an hour long like I was getting at the Y. And 15 minutes was not enough, and my weight was starting to come back, and I was starting to get less fit again. So I found a Couch to 5K app 4 years ago today and started it. Started reading about what I needed to do as a runner. Read Jeff Galloway's book on running, Al Higdon, Jack Daniels' book, and then started watching YouTube channels. Seth DeMoore is a professional mountain runner in Colorado for inspiration and ideas. Some other channels as well, some smaller channels. Eventually found like Dev Runner's channel, I Run Things. You know, these are great channels for information and, more importantly, inspiration, getting yourself out there. Bicycling was inspiration again, only as cross training. It just couldn't drive my interest as a primary sport anymore. And you gotta follow your interests on movement, on exercise. And now I do rucking as a cross training thing because I feel it's putting good muscle into my leg and hopefully it'll help me with my mountain half marathon. How far I've come in 4 years. Had ankle sprains the first 2 years of running, but now I feel like my ankles are much stronger than they were, and maybe I'm a little bit more careful. I don't know. That's my journey, and here I am, rucking for strength, right? Fitness, cardio, all of it. Question of the day: has there ever been a time when you let yourself go, and how did you get yourself back, or are you in that process now? Good thing about rucking and running for fitness, both, you just go out your door and get to it. I have my heart rate strap on today, but not even necessary. Right now my heart rate's around 114, since it's low aerobic work, but it's also muscular development, especially in the back, core, and legs. All things I need if I'm challenging myself in October. Make these smaller hills in town more like the bigger hills out in Rothrock State Forest.